All day, all night, you've cried and cried. You'll be okay, you'll be fine. At Spicy with Phina, we understand all the pains.
Resolving issues can be very challenging, especially when you're being kept in the middle between two people you love so dearly. On today's episode of the show, we are going to be analyzing a very dicey story where the guy is being kept in the middle to either support his mother or his fiancée. I will read out the complete story, but first, we will have to meet our guests. As you know now, Spicy with Phina will always give you the very best, and you can be very certain that you will be entertained, educated, and as well as you'll have so much fun on the show. Let's get to meet our guests. I'll be right back.
At Spicy with Phina, we understand all the pains.
Christian Chinonso, also known as De La Soul, is a multi-talented TV personality, Instagram entertainer, singer, and a music video director with years of experience in conceptualizing, producing, and directing secular and gospel music videos for new and established artists. De La Soul has also served in various capacities within the media industries, including sound engineer and trainer, TV program content developer, producer, and presenter, and is currently the creative director of De La Soul Films World, a media and productions platform. S2EP2 is a mass communicator and a certified media professional with years of experience in both public and private media organization. She has served in various capacities as a radio host, news editor, producer, and more. S is also a fast-rising actor, voiceover professional, and graphics designer. She is passionate about raising purpose-driven young ladies to become role models to other younger ones in the society, an initiative she drives through her organization, Rare Vessels.
At Spicy with Phina, we understand all the pains.
Welcome back. It's still Spicy with Phina, and my guests are already seated. Essay, how are you?
I'm very fine. Thank you
Good to
for
have you on
having
the show,
me.
though.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much.
How was you coming down here? Was it a bit stressful?
No, it was
traffic?
stressless. I really enjoyed
You actually
coming.
left very early, I guess.
Yes, around after 4 in the morning.
Wow.
I had to be here on time.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
so
want to
happy
miss out.
I'm so really glad you made it.
Thank you.
De La Soul. You know, the name sounds. Are you a musician? Like, do you sing?
Genge.
What's the gang thing about?
De La Soul is a comedian. De La Soul is a musician. De La Soul is a producer. De La Soul is an actor. De La Soul is a director.
Okay, so we have a very dicey story to talk about.
All right.
But let me just get straight to the story so you just know what we're talking about. My girlfriend slapped my mother
Genge.
this morning. But actually, my mother slapped her first.
Okay.
And she returned the slap. I still call her my girlfriend because we are only engaged. When I came out and tried to separate them, my mother slapped me and asked me to beat my girlfriend, which I refused, and she started fighting me. That's the mom now started fighting the guy. I had to hold her down as she cried, but I just held her down and allowed her hit me, so he received the pain instead. I was able to calm the situation, but I want to punish my girlfriend for disrespecting my mother. How do I do that apart from breaking up with her? I just want to teach her to respect my mother if she must be my wife. I don't care about what happened. He doesn't care about what happened that must have prompted the mother to slap the girl. He doesn't care about it. But what he's saying is, if she's not supposed to hit my mom, regardless, I need advice. I had to ask her to leave my house for now, and she has been crying. I felt bad at what the girl did because starting from the fact that this woman in question is an elderly woman,
Yes.
and is wrong, especially us from this part of the world. Africans, we know how to, Nigerians, we know how to really respect. We have culture that guides us on that, so we try to respect, we do our best to respect her. So what she did to me, I felt it was really, really bad. But at the same time, I looked at a lot of other things, which was the reason why I brought out this story for us to really talk about. So I will start with you, De La Soul, because you're a guy. And The person in this story is actually a guy. I want to know from your own perspective, if it were you, and your mother says beat your girlfriend, would you have done it? Or do you think what the guy did is right, not obeying the mom by beating up the girlfriend? The mom says beat your girlfriend for slapping me, and the guy did not. What's your take? Do you think the guy did the right thing or not? Would you have done otherwise?
Well, I'm going to say this from my own view.
Of course.
These days, this generation,
okay,
please, I would just advise our parents, please don't joke with them. You understand? I'll just say that. I'll just say so bluntly, don't joke with them.
Don't joke with them.
Yes, there's no grant that give you any right to slap any elderly person.
Yes.
It's not acceptable, but please, if I may ask, the building or the house where my mother had to slap my wife to be
is yours.
Mine.
Is yours.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So I would just advise our parents, please, when you're training your children from day 1 till about good age to become an adult, you should have a time to leave them.
To have time to leave them.
Leave them.
No, but if you look, before I go to what I want to say now,
okay,
I just need you to just give me the feedback on if you would have done what, if you were to be in that shoe, would you have done it? Would you have beat your girlfriend?
No.
You wouldn't have.
I wouldn't.
Why wouldn't you? Why did you?
Well, first thing is, like I've said, she shouldn't have slapped my mom, but also my mother should have also reported to me. Do you understand?
Okay.
Before ever slapping my wife to be. You know, my wife and my mom, these are two different people, and we have two different kind of love for them.
Yes.
Do you understand?
Two different kind of
love. Yes, I don't know how to place it.
Okay, yes,
we have
of course. Yeah,
kind of two different on you know.
Of course, both of them are placed at.
Do you understand? So
units,
I don't know what happened that she had to slap my wife to be in my house, and also I came in trying to even solve the issue. She also hit me. So two things is happening here. She's also showing my wife to be that this is not a home for her to come in. For her to beat my wife, and she also beat it, hit it. Do you understand? So, so she's doing too many things that I should cover my face. So she also needs to defend me in front of my wife to be by not hitting her at first. To show my wife to be that she's going to be a good mother-in-law.
Listen, the thing is, as much as I know you say, of course, what the guy did is right for not hitting the girl, you know, is that, do you think what he did is actually right? Like,
we don't have to be
if that guy were to be your brother and somebody slapped your mother and you heard it and you know your mother told you to please, he told your brother to beat the girlfriend and your brother did not, and you heard it, would you have, you know, felt good that your brother did not act?
I feel we should not be violent.
Okay, there shouldn't be
fighting,
any room for violence.
Angry, shouting. I would not even allow somebody slap my mother. If I were the guy, I would be mad with my mother and my girlfriend
at once.
We don't have to be angry. We have to live as one big happy family. It's just to the extreme. Okay, what will make my mother slap my girlfriend? Then my girlfriend, in her own right senses, will raise up her hand and slap my mother. Why? What are we fighting for?
Very complicated.
So you think something must be really fishy that the guy shouldn't just jump on? Yes. So he did the right thing by not, you know, by not accepting to be the girlfriend at that time. Yes. At least they should give themselves time to try to hear both sides of the story.
Exactly. Yes.
So, but also, do you think De La Soul, do you think the girl will be a bad wife? Like maybe if they marry her tomorrow. For her to even slap your mother, do you think she has bad temper? Do you think she's from a family where violence is accepted? So, in your own opinion, do you think she's not a good wife, or she's not going to be a good wife? Or
well, in my own opinion, that for her to slap my mother doesn't mean she's a bad wife, or she's going to be. Do you understand? Okay. So we can also work on her temperament. We could check. That's why I say the generation we have at this time, we should watch them. They are not the type that can take everything and then absorb them and then wait for you to process. And they don't have time for all those things.
Efficient.
Do you understand? So, in my view, she shouldn't have slapped my mother. But I am of that opinion that my mother, I'm not going to get married to my mom. Yes, I love her and I respect her. And she's my mother and she cannot be replaced.
Yes.
But I'm still standing on that point that my mom, you shouldn't have done this to my wife to be. Then because because we're here in Africa, Nigeria, that it looks as if the slap is maybe one abomination. Do you understand? She just express her anger from or do I say express or retaliate? Do you understand?
Yeah.
So, but that doesn't mean she's a bad wife to be. Do you understand? She only defends herself. And it is here in Africa, Nigeria, we think that slapping an elderly person is maybe a big crime or anything. No, she just defends herself. We understand that we are not encouraging anyone to slap an elderly person anywhere in the world. Do you understand? Maybe at that point she couldn't hold her anger. But two of them need to be blamed. And I don't know how I'm going to do that at that point. What I would do is to first walk my wife out. My wife to be. Please leave this room.
Okay.
Please go. She just go out and I'll hold my mother. And then try to
talk
calm
her.
Try
You
to
know,
calm her
some moms, Margaret Thatcher, like you have you. We even know that your mother is you know our mother. They are wonderful people. We love them. Like, we love you guys. But you know those times you're growing up and you're doing something and your mom just looks at you like this, and only you by yourself knows that.
Arrange yourself and pack yourself.
You have to just So I can tell what my mom can do. Like I know my mom, and there are certain things that might happen. I was like. And there are certain things that might happen. I was like, no. You know. So me, if I'm to react, as the girl, I wouldn't have, even if I have temper.
Yes.
I would
you know why?
Myself.
Yes.
Even if I have temper, if I'm, I will not. I will try my best. There are things you do, minor things you do that are very necessary. If you're agitated and you're angry about something, if all you needed to do is, if you can move out of that place at that time, it will help you cool off.
Yes.
I got angry some few days ago and I was just agitated. And my friend said to me, call your name and say, calm down. And I said, Phina, calm down. Phina, calm down. It actually did calm me down because I had to take a deep breath, I breathe in and breathe out. And there are ways to control your emotions.
Yes.
So if I were the girl, I know, no matter how much, I wouldn't. But before we proceed on, I have a question for you, Essie. But let's go on a quick break and we'll be right back.
At Spicy with Phina, we understand all the pains.
Welcome back. It's still Spicy with Phina, and we have a very juicy story that we're analyzing. And it has to do with a girl and a mother-in-law, or rather mother-in-law to be, and the guy is confused. My mother slapped my fiancé and she retaliated and slapped my mom back. What should I do? Will she be a bad person? Is that a red flag for me not to go ahead with the relationship or marriage? All of that is what we have been discussing. Yes. So if you're just joining us, enjoy the show. Essay, I was going to ask you, from your own view, for the girl to even raise her hand to slap someone way older than her, would you say her mama no train her way? Or would you say she must have been used to that kind of life? So for someone who can slap an elderly person, maybe probably she's slapping her mom at home. Would you say that?
I feel she was not brought up well. You have no right. Even if you are pushed to the wall, you have to contain yourself.
Contain yourself.
Why would you? You're not married though, and you're showing your color. If you not marry you, what will you do? Will you break my mother's head with butt when I'm not home? So I feel she just took it to the heights, and she might not make a good wife. Might not. Okay, she might not make a good wife. So would you rather have preferred she didn't show her color? You mentioned something about color. I feel pretense is a kind of wisdom.
So
you
would have preferred she had pretended.
Yes.
What if they now marry her tomorrow? She now started showing her colors.
So
nobody's selling out of the house now. She's already married. Will they pursue her?
Oh,
no.
They cannot.
But that is
now
wrong.
I see what they can do. So just hide. Yes. Once you're married, there's no going back.
No. Who wants to pursue you?
No wonder the divorce rate is increasing every day.
I'm not sure it's all about violence.
So that's what I'm saying. See, if you have to show your color, both my wife to be and my mother, everybody just show your color at the beginning. Let us settle the issues from
Once
the
and
beginning.
for all. And the ones that needs to be talked to,
at the
ones
moment
that needs to be
Do you understand?
advised.
So me, I won't advise my wife or anybody to pretend, even my mother. But I still stand in this opinion. Sorry, this is my view.
Okay.
My mother, to represent me, for she doesn't know how long I've gone with my girlfriend or my wife to be. What I've told her about my mother. Like you said, I might know my mom. This woman, I can get woman. Then I try to cover that part and then pretend to my wife that, hey, my mom is all this good and all that. And then she walks into the house, my mother gave her this slap because of any dispute. I'm still coming from that angle. My mother is not representing me well.
Well,
Are you seeing it from that angle? At least my mother should see that my mother should supposed to act wisely by coming to me and tell me, see this girl.
Look at what she did.
You think this girl is crazy? I'm like, Mom, sure. Okay, I'll work on that. But
Taking laws into her hands.
But is the mother not pretending that time?
Pretending how?
By trying to act nice.
But you know what? For the mothers, if you call that one pretense.
For me, my mother is not pretending.
Exactly, because she's the one who.
And she said, "Oh, this is good. Okay, I will report my son." But if you tell the lady to pretend, she will pretend, and in the marriage,
and she knows that her real self will not take that nonsense.
She won't take that nonsense.
Her real self will not take that nonsense.
Inside the marriage, she will give my mother dating slap anytime. The marriage. Then when I come back, then we are already married.
You know,
the whole society is aware.
Some people don't like the truth. Hope you know.
You
can't always be out there showing your color. At times you just package.
Okay, I think I get where Essay is coming from. More like as much as we know you don't like nonsense. There should be times you should learn to absorb certain things for peace to reign.
Yes.
Do you understand? You know that people say things to people. We even see in movies where a mother-in-law will say, "Give my son a child." She will insult the lady, and sometimes the lady will have to bear it. Maybe after when she's left the scene, she will go out there and cry. You know, she's crying not because she does not have a child, but she's crying because she felt insulted and she cannot say anything to like me. If I know I cannot do something to you, I feel bad because I cannot do something to you. Now, I'm not angry at what you did to me. I'm angry at the fact that
you can't do anything.
I couldn't do something. I wanted to box. Maybe something, or maybe because I remembered something, or I just felt, no, you've outgrown this thing. Don't do this. I'll just rather go and feel that pain and cry than doing that thing to you. So everybody have their different ways. And we should also, I think we should also learn to learn people's temperaments. If you coexist, as we coexist, we should know how people react to certain things, because the way I react is not the way you might react in the same situation. So, and there's something some of these our Nigerian or African women do. They feel gray hair. It means they must force respect.
That is what I'm saying.
You don't force respect.
That is what I'm saying.
You earn it.
That's what I'm saying.
You earn it. You don't have to bully me or make me fear you.
Do you understand?
If you show me love, even if the girl did something wrong and the woman tries to correct her, if she corrects her in love, the girl is not a mad person now. That her bad side will not come out. If at all, everybody have good and bad side. But if you're being, it's the way you're being treated that tells where unleashes, that tells which part of you unleashes. If people treat you nicely, even you say deep down, you'll be saying, this person never hurt me. Now this person is nice to me. How can I do this? How can I do that?
I would have even prefer that my mother pick out those those signs and then comes tell me, look at see that my wife to be to pretend. Do you understand? I would prefer that my wife to be to even show herself. So I will decide if I'm moving on with her or not. Because then I have to look into the matter.
But as much as we want her to show herself, we will not dispute the fact that it is wrong.
It's very wrong.
It is
very wrong. It is very wrong. Why we are discussing this issue like this is because the situation has already happened. Not that we are encouraging it to happen.
No, of course.
So do you understand? So, but I will also like my mother not to, because if my mother did not slap her, she wouldn't have get any return.
Of course.
Now, if my mother did not do anything on her and then she slapped my mother, then her case don't show now. While I was riding bicycle on her head.
While I was riding bicycle on her head.
So I cannot face her. I'll face her squarely. But I want to bring out this point. No matter what happens, remember, My mother is my mother. She will definitely, after a while, go home, and then I will still get married to my wife. If she's saying because of my wife to be, insulted her or whatever, I shouldn't get married to her. She's not going to look for another wife for me. I will still go out there to go and look for another wife.
Of course, but your mother is meant to mother.
So my own view is, I have to look into the matter. That doesn't mean that my wife to be at that point is a bad wife.
Do
you understand?
Okay.
Because if you want to judge by what has happened, you want me to send her away and go and look for another one. If I bring the other one, do you also know her character? So let's deal with what we have. So mom, please, you shouldn't have.
Okay, so looking at what both of you have said concerning this matter, you are saying, one, our mom, regardless of the fact that you all are our mother.
Our mother.
Which
you can't change.
Don't always raise your hand on full-grown adults. It is wrong.
Yes.
And we should also learn patience.
Patience, yes.
On the part of the girl. Perseverance on the part of the girl.
And that's why I said this generation,
Before we continue with that generation, we still have to go on a quick break. And when we come back, we'll be rounding off the show. I'll be right back.
At Spicy with Phina, we understand all the pains.
Welcome back. It's still Spicy with Phina, and we're about to, round up the show. But before we do, Essay, I would like you to give us your final verdict on this. Like, we need to address this particular story. What would you rather advise the guy to do?
Now, if we should give the girl time, she's obviously heartbroken and angry. I'm not married yet, your mother can be this wicked. Then we should always be patient, learn to adapt, tolerate people's attitude. It might not be convenient, but you just have to. People are different. You have to know how to manage your way through things.
So what do you say to the girl?
She has no rights. You don't have to be rude to anybody. Forget old or young. Respect everyone. Then she should also maybe give the guy time to accept things, and if he feels that he likes her, then they can come back. But she should not try that again.
So you mean he could go ahead with the marriage? All he needs to do is maybe probably speak with the girl,
and also the mother.
Speak with the mother.
You can always forgive, forget, and let go.
Let go. Yeah. No, so what would
all
you
right,
have?
my view first is my wife to be. I love her, and I already know her. And I'm trying to bring her in. So here is Africa, where you need to get your mother approval, get her. So I need to just cool off.
I think the guy will have so much work to do.
Yes, so much work.
Because he needs to start convincing his family.
Do you understand?
That he's not a bad person.
Do you understand?
Not the love I have for her.
So you need to just cool off. Just let her be, and then go to your mother. Do a lot of walking, and then knowing that you know your mother. And then if your mother is that type of calm woman who on a normal basis she cannot try such, hey, you need to find out more
about what happened.
Do you understand? I need to know so I could know the next step.
Let it not be that it was even the girl who triggered the mother to you.
So do you understand? So it all depends on me being the husband to be or a son to my mother, knowing the both parties. Do you understand? So all I just need to advise is I will just say the guy should just take it easy on the lady, and then go to your mother quickly. Clear the grounds, beg her for forgiveness if you want to continue.
And get the girl to even
apologize. Do you understand? Yes, you must do that.
That's true.
You must do that because at first she's not even supposed to try it at all. Do you understand? But it has happened already. But I'll have to go to my mother. Please, ma, calm. Do you understand? Then try to explain to her that this lady is not this way, and then we'll bring her to the ballet.
So you feel they should let peace reign.
Yes.
Hear from your mom, hear from your girlfriend. See how you can balance the situation. It's not enough to call off your marriage because of that. That's what both of you think. And for me, I think you're right. It's not enough to call off the marriage. All people need to do is sometimes there are certain people who do things they do, and it is after they've done it that they realize what it is. So such people, if the girl is remorseful, what she did is bad. Yes, we know, and we know that we will not. In fact, no form of violence should be condoned, even from the mother or from the girl, because even that woman, if the girl were to be her daughter, will you just go about hitting her? So from both sides, both women are wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say the guy should, first of all, thank God he has calmed the situation, call the mother, hear what happened, try to advise them, try to talk with them, and try to plead with your mother.
Very well.
If at all you find out from all you've heard from both sides, she's at fault. And you know our mothers will not want to hear that.
And we don't want them to be at fault. We will just agree. Mom, you are wrong.
You are right.
You are wrong.
Mama,
please, sorry. Don't
I keep telling my cousins, I said, don't be the first to raise your hand at anybody. Because what you get in return, you might be amazed.
That's true.
We're not quick to raise hand. Like, even if we can talk with our mouth, like, we'll talk well. But say me hit you, no, I like past fight. So, but I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. Thank you so much, guys, for coming. And to be candid, we are so glad to have both of you on the show. You've actually done justice to the show. And as usual, our norm, we have something for both of you.
Whoa, great. I like something.
You always like something.
I like gifts, you know? Like
okay, so
plain or private jet, which one?
No, this is Spicy with courtesy of Spicy with Phina.
Thank you.
I'll do the ladies first.
Thank you
Thank you so much for
Wow.
coming.
Yeah, that's what
And then,
Thank
you guys,
That's no problem. That's no problem. The women's word, Abi? Is that how they say it? Women's word. And we are welcome.
no,
Is everybody's
like we all love you guys.
Yes.
Though. The sincere truth is we cannot do otherwise.
Because
But you know the world would be, a boring place without women.
yes, no, true.
We have drama. That leave it for us.
No.
God know what he do. Like he intentionally added drama to our own.
We are not
so the world will be
arguing.
boring.
We agree.
I'm happy
you
you
own it.
accept.
No, I have to. Me? I will not try it. You agree,
Okay,
you
we've
know.
come to the end of today's show, and I guess you've learned a thing or two. Don't be in a hurry to raise your hand at anybody, young or old. And let's do our best to learn patience, perseverance. For us to coexist on earth, we have to do our best to try to tolerate people, try to, as much as it's not convenient sometimes, but let's do our best to be at peace with all men. Until I come your way again next time, don't hesitate to send us your stories. If you have stories you like to share, you have some true life experiences you want us to talk about on the show, kindly send your stories to spicywithphina@gmail.com. You can also call the numbers on the screen or send us messages on WhatsApp and all. And I would like you, if you're the kind of person that you don't mind coming on the show to tell us your life experience, you are really welcome to come on the show. Don't also forget to follow us on our social media handles at Spicy with Phina on Facebook, at Spicy with Phina on Instagram, at Spicy with Phina, even on Twitter too, at Spicy with Phina. Until I come your way again next time, I will not forget, we're here to help you. If you have, like what just happened has something to do with anger, and if you're in that kind of situation and you need help, to help you help you manage your anger, we can always help you. We can always link you up to organizations that are into such things, so you can get help. We all need help, because sometimes there are certain things people do, you don't even know why you do what you do. Spicy with Phina is here to help you. You can call the numbers on the screen, you can send us messages, and we'll see how we can help you. I love you guys. Stay safe.
Just let it out. All day, all night, you've cried and cried. You'll be okay. You'll be fine. At Spicy with Phina, we understand all the pain.